Du, kolla. Är han naken? Så. Det händer inte. Filmar du det här eller?
All right, everyone. What'd you think about that video? I think it's rather disturbing. I see a young boy totally terrified and doing whatever it took to get out of that castle, running for his life. There's some news stories out, or a news story out, talking about the human hunting parties that they have. And this has been going on for a long time, guys. The ITCCS, the International Tribunal into Crimes of Church and State, tried to arrest the Pope and the Queen, and they just couldn't get close to them. But I come across an article from April 17th, 2014, talking about this. And I remember the indictments. I remember having a PDF download on my phone when this stuff come out. I mean, yeah, we knew that they were not going to be punished, but there was always hope, you know. And I do remember, some of you guys probably remember it too. But it's circulating around the news again, and come across this. It's called Witnesses Testify. Eyewitnesses confirm that Pope Francis raped and killed children. And this is not a video for the faint of heart. It's pretty disturbing, but it's important because you have to know the truth, and you have to know what's going on to combat these issues, these problems that we have. It's an article by Judy Byington, Saratoga Springs Child Abuse Examiner. I'll get a draw from my vape. Okay. This article is based on today's exclusive interview with Kevin Annett of the ITCCS on this week's litigation in the Brussels Common Law Court of Justice. 5 judges and 27 jury members from 6 countries, including the USA, considered evidence on over 50,000 missing Canadian, U.S., Argentine, and European children who were suspected victims of an international child sacrifice cult referred to as the Ninth Circle. 2 adolescent women claimed that Pope Francis raped them while participating in child sacrifices. 8 eyewitnesses confirmed the allegations according to evidence presented this week at a Brussels Common Law Court of Justice. The Ninth Circle satanic child sacrifice rituals were said to take place during the spring of 2009 and 2010 in rural Holland and Belgium. Pope Francis was also a perpetrator in satanic child sacrifice rites while acting as an Argentine priest and bishop, according to records obtained from the Vatican archives. A prominent Vatican official and former Vatican Curia employee obtained the sealed documents for use by the court. This was not the first time satanic activities were suspected to be at the Vatican, according to this ABC News story. Another witness was set to testify that they were present during Pope Francis's meeting with the military junta during Argentina's 1970s dirty war. According to the witness, Pope Francis helped traffic children of missing political prisoners into an international child exploitation ring run by an office at the Vatican. Evidence of a Catholic Jesuit order document named the Magisterial Privilege was presented in court by the chief prosecutor. The record dated December 25th, 1967, was said to show that every new pope was required to participate in Ninth Circle satanic ritual sacrifices of newborn children, including drinking their blood. Documents from Vatican secret archives presented to court clearly indicate that for centuries the Jesuits had a premeditated plan to ritually murder, kidnap newborn babies, and then consume their blood, the chief prosecutor told 5 international judges and 27 jury members. The plan was born of a twisted notion to derive spiritual power from the lifeblood of the innocent, thereby showing political stability of the papacy in Rome. These acts are not only genocidal but systemic and institutionalized in nature. Since at least 1773, they appear to have been performed by Roman Catholic Church, Jesuits, and every pope. 2 witnesses claimed that as children they were at child sacrifices with former Pope Joseph Ratzinger. Since at least 1962, Ratzinger participated in child sacrifices as a member of the Knights of Darkness, according to the Vatican records presented at court. Ratzinger was an SS chaplain's assistant at the German Ravensbrück concentration camp during World War II. The children to be killed were supplied from prisoners at the death camp. The Nazi Waffen SS Division Knights of Darkness was established by Hitler in 1933 and embraced ancient pagan occult beliefs in human sacrifice. Dutch therapist, ritual abuse survivor Toos Ningenhuis testified of her witness to child sacrifice in this video. Survivors of these rituals describe newborn babies being chopped to pieces on stone altars and the remains consumed by participants, the chief prosecutor said. During the 1960s, the survivor witnesses were forced to rape and mutilate other children and then cut their throats with ceremonial daggers. According to witnesses, Pope Francis, former Pope Joseph Ratzinger, Jesuit Superior General Adolfo Pachon, and Anglican Archbishop of Canterbury, Justin Welby, were participants in the Ninth Circle satanic child sacrifice, cult rape, and killing of children. Evidence could also link to cult ceremonies. UK High Court Justice Judge Fulford, members of the British royal family, including Prince Philip, Dutch Cardinal Alfred, Dutch Queen Wilhelmina, and her family and consort King Hendrik, Belgian royals, and Bilderberger founder Crown Prince Bernhard. Documentation of the Canada Gazette, issue number 232, December 26, 1942, Ottawa, was also presented to court. Evidently and unfortunately, the Canadian government and Privy Council office in London granted to the Dutch royals exception from all criminal, civil, and military jurisdiction. What would make these global leaders exempt from justice? The chief prosecutor presented alleged links between British, Dutch, and Belgian royal families to disappearances of Mohawk children at Canada's Church of England's Brantford, Ontario Indian Residential School. In 2008, a child mass gravesite was discovered at the Mohawk School. An ITCCS dig by archaeologists was shut down when the remains of a small child was uncovered. Since then, over 30 mass child grave sites have been located at Indian residential schools across Canada. The Catholic and Anglican churches, United Church of Canada, Canadian government, and Crown of England have refused ITCCS repeated requests for excavation of the mass grave sites. Oh my God. This week, conclusive evidence was presented that the Catholic Church is perpetrating ongoing crimes against children, the chief prosecutor stated. The Catholic Church is the world's largest corporation outside of the U.S. as a country itself. It's owned by, anyway, that's another story. The Catholic Church is the world's largest corporation and appears to be in collusion with governments, police, and courts worldwide. The Ninth Circle Satanic Child Sacrifice Cult was said to operate at Roman Catholic cathedrals in Montreal, New York, Rome, and London, according to evidence filed in court. Witnesses claim child sacrifices took place at Carnarvon, I can't say that, Carnarvon Castle in Wales, and disclosed French chateau and Canadian Catholic and Anglican Indian residential schools in Kamloops, British Columbia, and Brantford, Ontario. The Ninth Circle Satanic Child Sacrifice Cult was believed to use privately owned forest groves in the U.S., Canada, France, and Holland. Yesterday, the 5 international magistrates adjourned from court for 2 weeks and considered continuing in closed sessions. This week's closed court was held in an undisclosed location due to notification that the Vatican had released a Jesuit hit squad to disrupt proceedings. And like I said, I remember when this happened. And I don't have the PDF anymore. My phone is gone. My SD cards are gone. Everything I had was gone. But if I do come across it, and I am going to try to find it, I'll definitely make another video on it. But just know that this has been going on for a long time. And people are just getting wind of it. And as I said, I've been studying this for a good many years and have become a little desensitized to the sick games that the elites play, and it's got to come to a stop. It's just horrific. My heart goes out to these children. When I first found out, I just bawled my eyes out. It's too much for us common folk to wrap our minds around. But I want to end the video right here, and if I come across anything else, I'll let y'all know. And if you like it, hey, subscribe and let's grow this family. All right, thank you.